Hello all, welcome to UTech Academy channel. In this video, I would like to show how to integrate WhatsApp with Node.js application, and then later we'll see how to deploy this Node.js application to SAP Cloud Platform. Some of the prerequisite we should have before get started the development. So one thing is we should have a SAP trial account, and second one is we should have a Twilio trial account because we are not directly communicating with the WhatsApp, but we are using Twilio APIs for the communication purpose. And third one is we should have a WhatsApp application on our phone for the testing purpose. And the fourth one is we should have some of Node.js modules, nothing but ngrok and Twilio, two Node.js modules for the development purpose. And I hope all of you already have SAP trial account. If you don't have it, please watch initial videos of this channel. We have showed already how to create a SAP trial account. And second thing is now we should have a Twilio trial account. How to get the Twilio trial account? So please go to the twilio.com and register yourself to get the one of Twilio trial account. On the product section, you can see Twilio is offering a lot of APIs for the different communication purpose like SMS, voice, and email APIs, and a lot of APIs are available in the Twilio. But right now we are using Twilio API for the WhatsApp integration. So I hope I'm not covering this part at the time how to sign up for yourself, because this is a very basic information you have to enter and you have to create an account for yourself. So once you have a Twilio account, so please log into the twilio.com, and the website looks like this. So here we have to create a very first thing is we have to create a project. Under the project section, you can see here I already have three projects in with my name. So my first video project VTech, and a lot of other projects also available. So by default you don't have any projects. So click on create a new project and enter your mobile number, and one OTP will come to your mobile number. After entering the OTP, it will allow you to create a one project for yourself. This part of portion also I'm not covering in this video because I already have a project and it's a very basic information, anybody can do it. So that's the reason I'm not covering that part. So let me go to my first Twilio project here. So this is a project I have already created before starting this demo. So once even you've created a project, even though website looks like this for you guys, in the similar options you guys can see it here, right? So click on this menu option, all the products and services, and click on programmable SMS. And after clicking on this option, you can see WhatsApp sandbox settings and WhatsApp APIs and a lot of other information. I can probably walk through it once again. So programmable messaging dashboard, I'm here. There is a try it out. Click on this try it out option. So there is a try WhatsApp option is also available here. Either we can try SMS or WhatsApp with your free trial account. So we can quickly test how this WhatsApp part it works now at the moment. So I'm not using any Node.js part of the code at the moment. So once you click on try WhatsApp, there is a mobile number is available. So take this mobile number, go to your WhatsApp account, and you can add this mobile number to your contact list. So if you just click on this part, yeah, you guys can see here now. So I just added the contact name with the Twilio SAP Cloud Platform, and the mobile number you guys can see 8886. So obviously you can see the same mobile number added into the WhatsApp. So for individual you will get a different mobile numbers. Make sure your mobile number should be added into your WhatsApp contact list. After that, there is a code called join through brief. So take this join through brief and send this message. So make sure you have to authenticate yourself with a Twilio sandbox. So after clicking on this join through brief, you can see the welcome message came from the Twilio account, and you are successfully onboarded into this account. So once it is done, so we have made a connection now between the Twilio and your WhatsApp account. So after that, there is this, you can see here message received. You can send even a message to your WhatsApp mobile number. Just this is kind of a testing purpose, how Twilio can send WhatsApp messages and how Twilio can receive messages from WhatsApp. So you can see here, let me enter hi Twilio, and once you enter here, you can see message received, but it's not showing anything. Let me do a two-way communication once. Two-way messaging, you can see here, waiting for your message, and now you send it. Hello. you can see here I just send an hello, so immediately that Twilio account receive this my message, hello from QTech, and go back here. Again you have to, sorry, it doesn't receive that message because we have to send a reply. Let me quickly send some message from Twilio to my WhatsApp account. So this body is something like this. You can see you are free to charge whatever it may be, so make a request. So once you done this message, you can see my WhatsApp receives some message from my Twilio account. So this is how you have to check quickly, like how your how to quickly check from the Twilio part is working with your WhatsApp account or not. So what we did, so we have created a project. So that part I didn't show in this video. So once you created a project, go to the programmable messaging, and then we have a try it out option where you have to click on try WhatsApp, and then so it will show one mobile number to us. So take this mobile number and add to your WhatsApp account, and after that there is a code, join through brief. It's different for everyone, so please take this code and onboard your WhatsApp account with the Twilio. Because this is a sandbox, we have to follow all these guidelines, otherwise it doesn't work. So what I did till now, so I successfully made a connection between my WhatsApp account and with the Twilio. Now we'll see how to integrate this, how to consume this Twilio APIs into my Node.js application, and how we can directly integrate our Node.js application with the WhatsApp. So as per the use case, what I'm trying to take it now. So if I ask some question from your WhatsApp, the message will receive by your Node.js application, and from the Node.js application we are understanding the question and we are sending response back to your WhatsApp. So let's quickly go to my visual code. We in the first video we already showed how to create a basic Node.js application. So this is how my Node.js application looks like. If you guys doesn't know how to create a Node.js application, there is already one video we already created, how to create a basic Node.js application. So if you don't have, if you already done it, so please take that code snippet from this GitHub link. So we have already, where it is. So yes, we have already given a GitHub link, so you can download this piece of code from this GitHub. So the same thing even I did. So I have taken my source code from my GitHub. So this is my Hello World application. So what we do, so how this application works, so we can quickly check. So new terminal. So the last video we already showed how to run the application locally as well. So go and click on Node.js. So I'm in this folder, and sorry, we have to go cd space my Hello World. So because I have to go inside this folder Hello World, and once you are there, go there and click on node space index, right? So my application currently running on the port with the 3000. So go to here and localhost and 3000. You can see my application running from the Node.js application, because I'm sending only this message. Now I don't want to send only the plain text. Probably I would like to send some data in my response. So what I'm trying to do now, because this same data we are trying to consume from WhatsApp as well, so definitely I will try to use the same JS. So to save the time, so have already this code is available in my other folder. So right now I'm trying to take, this is the application JSON. Yeah. So what I did here, this is a simple array. This array contains 3 objects. You can see here, this is one object, and the second one, and the third one. So each object contains the mobile model and the cost of the model. So my iPhone 11, the cost is 60,000, and the model iPhone 10, the cost is 50,000, and the model Realme X2, it's a cost of 15,000 rupees. So this is a message I would like to send in the response rather than sending a simple text. So take this and replace this text with my payload. So Control C, again we'll test it how this works, and go back to my browser and refresh it. You can see here, instead of sending a plain text, we are sending some data which is having some mobile information like mobile model and the cost with the 3 objects, right? So now I would like to show how to read message from your WhatsApp account. So reading means it's sending data to our Node.js application. As I said before, so while you have to read some messages from some message or any payload from the third-party application, we have to use method called post. In the previous method, we are using a get. This is sending data from the Node.js application. We have to use a get. If you want to receive data from some third-party application, you have to use a post method. So similar way we have to create a function. So this slash, I'm using Twilio because I'm trying to read message from the Twilio, and then space, we have a function request and response module as well, right? So this is a thing. That's good. We are good. Yeah. So, and if I go to my GitHub, so I already given this entire code snippet in my GitHub link at the WhatsApp integration. If you guys click on the index.js, you can see the entire code snippet of this integration, right? So this is what I have created. So this mobile data we are able to send to the outside, and we have used app.post for reading messages from the WhatsApp. So now we have to understand another thing, because Twilio is sending data to your Node.js application in form of JSON. So Node.js, we are using Express module for the API implementation for the as a middleware, right? So we should have another module called body parser, which we ideally using for to parse the any incoming data from third-party application to Node.js. And this body parser we are using JSON because this message is coming through JSON, right? So let's copy these 2 lines of code. Along with this, we should have to use body parser and all the rest of things. Better, we can copy this entire code here and paste to this, where, one second. So take this entire part including the port so that we don't miss anything, this port, and copy here, right? We are good. So we have the express, we have body parser, and save env, we have the body parser.json as well. It's good. And now let's quickly do a small console. Whatever the data is coming to your Node.js application, just try to print this data, incoming data from Twilio, and then request dot body. Yeah. So this is a line of code which help us to print whatever the data is coming to your Node.js application. So this is also available here. So probably if you want, you can copy paste to avoid any syntax issues, because we are using Stingify model. So to print it, it will print in the JSON object. So object we can't read in the console. That's the reason I'm using a Stingify. So whatever the JSON is coming, we are printing as a string value. So let's quickly see so how this part it works. So go here again, go to my command. I am starting this application. So now you guys can see here there is a one small problem for testing this application, because when I do this port currently it's open with my local host, right? This is my where it is called, this is my local host. So this local host we can't configure in the Twilio account because local host is not reachable from the third-party application. So definitely, so we have to deploy this application into SAP Cloud Platform. But while deploying this application, ideally in the production purpose, definitely we have to deploy to one of the any hyperscalers as SAP Cloud Platform somewhere else, so that anybody can access. But ideally for the development purpose, we can't do it because it will take at least 2 to 3 minutes always while deploying this application to SAP Cloud Platform. So for that reason, as I mentioned before, so we have module called ngrok. So it will help us to create a proxy between your local host and to your yeah, I just opened Windows PowerShell. So what we have to do, npm install ngrok. So once you install this ngrok, this is actually a Node.js module. It will help us to create a proxy between your local host and to any it will create a like public IP for you guys. You can access this application from anywhere in the world. So I'm just doing npm install ngrok. So right, so once it is done, what you guys has to do now, ngrok http, and whatever the port you guys are using it here, so the same port you guys enable here as well. So ngrok http 3000. So 1 second, looks, sorry, there is a problem with my PowerShell, so I open normal command line. So I'm on this command line here. So what you guys has to do after installing ngrok, so ngrok http and then port of 3000. So this port should match with your application port. So click on ngrok http 3000. So what it does, so it will open a tunnel between your laptop so that anybody can access, right? So once it is open a tunnel, so take this link, basically copy this link to your notepad, right? So this is my ngrok URL. Now what you guys has to do, let's start this application as well, right? So now you open ngrok tunnel and take this URL. Now go here and replace your local host with this ngrok URL. So you guys can see now this application can be accessible from anywhere. So let's have a look now once. So ngrok this thing and start it. Yeah, now guys, you can see now here ngrok URL is working fine. So I'm getting data back from my application as well. So now take this URL here and go to your Twilio account, and where you have to go, click on settings tab, and we have WhatsApp sandbox settings. Click on this part as well, WhatsApp sandbox settings. Here you can see the message comes in. So to where I have to send back, this is what Twilio is asking. So just replace, because this is already my existing project, that's what you can see, some URLs are already configured, but ideally in your case you don't see anything here. So go to WhatsApp sandbox settings. So enter your ngrok URL from the command line, like from here whatever you guys are seeing it, right? So the same URL you can pick it and enter here, and after this some part is missing because now I'm trying to read messages from my Twilio account. So right, so obviously this is a post method and the URL endpoint is Twilio, right? Copy this as well and you guys can append this URL with this. There is a, yeah, correct, right? So once it is done, and also you do it. So once you enter when message comes in, to where it has to be redirect. So I entered my ngrok URL, it's pointed to node.js, and status callback also you can enter same thing. And after this, so click on save button. So you're done with the configuration, right? So now go to your WhatsApp account and say my node.js, my node.js application. So I'm just sending message. So this message, it's supposed to come to my node.js application. You guys can see here. So how it's printed, because in this, inside this post method I did a console.log. So whatever the message is coming to here, I'm just printing to here. This is the format I'm receiving the message from my Twilio account, right? So now my objective is what I'm trying to do now. So if I entered model name from my WhatsApp account, Node.js application has to send what is the cost of this model, right? This is the simplest thing which I am trying to do now. This is kind of integration. Right now I'm using a sample payload or sample data for the demonstration purpose. Later you guys can try to use your own backend. This backend might be S4HANA, SuccessFactors, or you can use any other hyperscalers like AWS or anything, any APIs you can call it, you can send to your WhatsApp account, right? So now let's take this code again from my GitHub here, right? So I will probably explain quickly from the GitHub itself. So what it does, so I'm able to receive my message, right? So once I'm able to receive, so I'm keeping everything into the model object. So because body, you guys can see here, this is entire body I can treat it as this entire request body. Inside this body, there is another object, another key called body. This is where I am actually seeing my message which exactly entered by the end user. That's the reason I'm using body dot body. This body is mainly from the Twilio. This is from the request module of Node.js. So after this, so I'm using a Twilio API here to send message back to my WhatsApp account. So the Twilio, for sending it, we needed two things: account SID and authentication token as well here. And I will show you as well these two things, how to get this SID and auth token both. And after that we have so client module. Here we have to use the required Twilio, and we have to authenticate ourselves by using SID and token. And then after this, so let's see this first. So take this 4 lines of code here, right? So now I will show how to get this account SID and auth token from Twilio. So let's go back to my Twilio account here. Go to the home in the Twilio.com, and then in the home section itself, and this is my project name. So ideally, whatever the project name you guys can see, you can see as well here. Under this project, there is a two things: account SID and the token. So copy this token here and paste this one as well. So don't give any spaces. And after account ID is copied, show token as well here, copied, and go back to here, enter my authorization token, right? Yeah, so that's it. So we are, by using require model, we are successfully authenticating Twilio by using account ID, account SID, and authentication token. So once authentication is done, so what we have to do, we have to send now message back to Twilio. For this also we have to use client dot messages and dot create, where we can get this kind of you guys may be thinking how to get this piece of code here. So in the Twilio.com, in the docs section, you can see here in the Node.js section, we have all these code snippets are available. Use account SID token, and how to use Twilio module, and how to send message to your WhatsApp as well. So simply I have copied from here itself. So go to my this thing and take this message client.messages as well and paste to in this section, right? So my client.message, and I'm just creating this message as well for sending to Twilio. So what's my from WhatsApp number, the model and model cost is mobile object dot cost, because this model object contains the model name, exactly the model name which end user is asking. So particular model name, I'm just asking what is the cost, right? So this cost I'm sending as a body to the WhatsApp, and WhatsApp to address. So this we have to do. Basically, you guys can see here this model, this request dot body WhatsApp to address is nothing but, so give plus symbol here dot, and you guys can see here the message is coming from variable. You can see here this is a from variable. Simple thing is what you guys can do it, remove this WhatsApp as well here, request dot body, from where this message is coming, please send to that guy itself. This is what we are trying to tell. From address, now we are sending message back to the end user WhatsApp. The from address should be, it should be a 2 from here, right? So request dot then body dot 2. You guys understand now what we did? So initially we receive the message. Ideally we are receiving means we should be in the 2. We are receiving means where we have to correct exactly. So we are in the from is our Twilio account, to address is our address, right? So this is where we are doing it, and this is what the message which we would like to send it. So I think we are good now. Let's start this project again. So again, node space index. Now take this one of this model I want to know the cost of iPhone 10 example, right? And go to our WhatsApp web here. So enter iPhone 10. You guys now see this iPhone 10 will receive by the message. Yeah, we got a message called cannot find model Twilio, so we didn't install this module. So please install this module itself in pm install Twilio. Yeah, so I'm installing Twilio module here. So let's see now. So once I install this Twilio module, again I will start this project. Again we do same testing again. Let's wait for one more minute. Yeah, now installation is completed. Let's start project again. So node space index. I hope this time it works, if I'm not wrong. My phone 11. Maybe now it will tell body parts. Okay, so we got message data from WhatsApp we got, and now see our WhatsApp whether we receive back. So we didn't receive any message back from our Trello. Let's see what is the issue. Yeah, we didn't receive any message because you guys can see while creating a message we have used mobile object. Maybe while copy paste we missed some line as well. Let's see now. So I think this will work. So this is a piece of line we missed it. So please take this as well. And before doing it, so what I'm doing here basically, so whatever the model end user is asking, based upon this I'm just filtering this array, and this filter method will return another array object, mobile object contains cost and model. So in this object I'm just printing the cost. I think now again we have to start this one. Yeah, so as you guys can see now we are good. We are able to send messages to Twilio as well. So what is the thing we have done? So we have imported Twilio module and we have created a message with from, body and to address. So let's quickly check this integration as well now. So now application is running at 3000 port. So go back to my browser here. So just enter i4 11. So this message will receive by, because I'm not doing any console now at the moment here, I stopped it. So if you enter iPhone 11, so the iPhone 11 model cost is a 60,000 rupees. We got it. So there is a small error. It is not relevant to our Node.js application. It's I did some other configuration on the Twilio side, so that is keep sending the message back to my Node.js application. This idle is not error message usually you won't get while you are doing it. This is another application parallel I'm doing as well. That's the reason I can see some error message. Ideally it won't be happen for you guys. Okay, so now you can enter any another model if you want. Quickly check what is my iPhone 10 model cost. So the iPhone 10 will receive by our Node.js application. It will do filter with the array and it will send cost of this particular model back to our WhatsApp application. So right now I'm using business WhatsApp application. Either it's up to you guys. You can use your regular WhatsApp or business WhatsApp. So this is how we can integrate any business scenarios. For example, you want to send some notifications, you want take some queries from your customers in the enterprise world. This is a way you can integrate your WhatsApp business with your enterprise applications, right? So this is about how we can quickly done. This is simple thing. So we have SCP trial account, we have created a Twilio as well. So we have used ngrok for local testing purpose. That's what ngrok will create a one HTTP URL for us. It's a kind of a tunnel. It will open a tunnel between our laptop to our third-party applications. So once everything is done, so this is the last one. So I have created a manfast.yaml YML file. So in the first video of this channel, we haven't created YAML file for deploying application to your SCP cloud applications. Now I have created a YAML file. So this YAML file contains, this is a configuration file for deploying applications to SAP Cloud Platform. This YAML file contains some of the important information here: the application name, it will contains, and how much memory this application has to occupy. So as you if you guys remember, very first application we have deployed like this. This is my application name, and this, even though this is small hello world, it took 1 GB of space in the disk and the 1 GB of memory as well. So this is ideally is not required. So by using this YAML file, you can control your application in the hardware level, how much memory your application has to be taken, how much disk quota has to be taken, and what is the command, what is the first file it has to be run once you deploy this application. In the first video I also mentioned, like, ideally Cloud Foundry support more than 8 build packs. It's nothing but our Node.js, Python, Java or Go language. There are multiple build packs. If you don't mention your build pack, is try to download all the build packs which is relevant to your application. So that's the reason this YAML file has a full control of your hardware, how to configure your application in the hardware side. So this is actually best practice. We always use YAML file in the production. So this is nothing but a configuration file of our application. And after that we have used another file called .cfignore, because ideally your application file is nothing but index.js, manifastml and package.json. These are the only 3 files we have to deploy it, but unnecessarily we are deploying node underscore modules. These are the all the dependency modules for your Node.js project. So ideally we don't require this node underscore modules has to be deployed to your CF side, because ideally CF have everything, all the Node.js modules. So only thing is, in the package.json function, package.json file, you have to maintain what are the dependencies you required to run this application in the CF side. So what is the models I am using? CF, env, express and Philo. That's it. So if you mention everything, either you can use star, it will ideally take the latest build pack from the CF side, right? So this is my application name, hello world, and we have the dependencies so that we don't require this node underscore modules. So what we have to do now, we will see how to deploy this application to our Cloud Foundry application. So what we have to do, CF login. So it will ask us to enter API endpoint and credentials as well. So I can use my credentials. So this is just a deployment purpose, guys. You can ignore this part as well if you want. And, and once you entered your username and password, it will say to deploy. So I am deploying now CF push. Before I used to maintain application name, because I'm configured the YAML file. Ideally, I don't require to enter my application file. So once you enter CF push, so what it does, it will deploy another application in this section here. So take this URL, go to your Twilio account, go to the settings, sorry, one second, try it out, go here, try it out and go to settings, sorry, and go to WhatsApp sandbox settings here. Once your application successfully deployed from this command prompt, so take this application, sorry, once again, so go here and replace your ngrok URL with your SAP application URL, so that because our laptop is always not be switched on, so that's the reason this is only for the development purpose we have to use ngrok. For the production purpose we have to use SAP application URL. So once you deploy this application, go to the application like this here. Sorry, this session is, I think in the first video probably I have showed how to take the application URL. The similar way you take this application URL and configure here, right? So once you enter, save it. So your application in the production mode now. From your WhatsApp, you can send any request to your Node.js application, and the response also you can receive from your Node.js application. This is about this video. If you have any queries, if you need any help, please put a comment in the comment box. We can try to help you out, guys. So thank you guys, happy learning. See you for the next session.